Um, Portis, Les Sandlo and I were very good friends once upon a time. And Portis is not really in research at this point, to the best of my knowledge, but certainly potentially. Which one of these you all see, where do you see it all going from this point on? I mean, do you see the decentralized approach? Do you see the Walgreens approach? Do you see the old traditional approach, which is more like we're doing, as the successor to what's happened post-COVID? Because I think COVID had a profound effect on clinical research. And I can make a lot of comments about recruitment and things like that, our own experience and the problems we have with it. But I'm curious what you all think about where it's going from this point, without necessarily saying we're best, we're the greatest, and this is the only way to go. Because I don't think there is one way to go. I think there's a lot of opportunities, but it's where you go with it.
Can I ask? Yeah. Okay, so where research, I'm looking at the whole healthcare area. Before 20 years ago, 25 years ago, you would see a lot of solo physician practices. They're all gone. There's no more solo practices, even group practices are all done. And we have a small cardiology practice up in Hazelcrest, but and research is also moving towards that, where solo research sites will be gone. The site networks, private equities are coming and buying sites and making networks, right? So there's a lot of site networks now, like Headlands, there's like 25, 30 sites, and they're speaking directly with pharma CEOs and getting the trials. And the small sites like ours will get the crumbs. So we have to join together, band together, work together, and make our own type of site network where we're independent, but at the same time, we have a voice. And that's when we can speak with the CROs and sponsors and say that, hey, we are now a network of 60 sites, 70 sites, whatever, and we have partners, and we will bring efficiencies, and we will bring, recruitment. We have a database. So that's where I think the research is moving towards, where the site networks will be playing a very important role. And that's the reason from one site now we have expanded to 11 sites. Oh. And so just in the last, after COVID, we just grew because we knew that the only way to survive was expanding, building a site network and expanding our research. And I mean, that's my.
What else?
Yeah. I agree. I was just saying collaboration is going to be key. And like you said, being in a hospital or affiliated with hospitals is going to facilitate sponsors trust in us, that we have access to populations and we have access to the ability to recruit from EMR databases. So I think that these community-based models are forward-thinking. It is redefining access. We are bringing the clinical research directly to the communities. Like you mentioned, people don't want to drive, right? And we see these very siloed research locations in academic institutions and in hospitals. And so I think, like you said, collaborating with other smaller models, collaborating with larger hospital organizations are going to push us in a position to be at the forefront of clinical research.
If I may add, I don't know if it's just the times that we are, and you can probably consider me as younger, but there's just something about being able to, right, where you're sincere and authentic. And I think that's what every one of us on this panel stands for. And it basically is being intentional about connecting with people that we're talking to. And we're not just, saying it and just, forgetting about it. And I'm not saying we're forgetting about it, but remembering that this is organic work, right? You have to have those conversations one person at a time. You have to break down those barriers one barrier at a time. And we're seeing from the conversations that we're having across our site network that it's very welcoming. And I think if we figure out a way for us to stay rooted in that, but also plan how to scale that, as you said, collaborate, then I think that the community is primed and is ready to receive that message.